guys play Show Dog?
I was thinking about a great. Color,
my favorite color is black, and thank you for joining us on Chatter, Southwest Florida. I'm joined by the one and only Jenn Collins.
Hi.
Jenn Collins, and again, we have never met in person.
Never
Met in person. Crossed paths, I'm sure, through some kind of events and all kind of things, and several people have tried to connect us. Chris Evans was one of them, and worked on several things, kind of in the same format and all that. But yeah, we never crossed paths until today.
Until this. You're welcome, folks.
So again, this is Jenn. She knows none of the questions, as we always say. Didn't send you anything. Didn't text you anything. Didn't say, hey, we're going to be going over these topics. She just came in. I even avoided her when she came in for a good 20 minutes.
He wouldn't even say hello.
I was playing the old cold shoulder.
It's like, what's going on?
I had my vampire jacket over.
Black.
It was black. But my favorite color is black. Yours is blue?
I do like blue. I do like the ocean, colors. I'm a Pisces, so those are kind of where I gravitate towards.
All right. All right. Let's get into the show here.
Yes.
Jenn.
Yes.
About you.
Yes.
Let's talk about you.
I'm really not that interesting, but thank you for having me.
And secondly, we switched seats here today.
Yeah, I'm actually taking over the show. I'm the new host.
So I feel weird. I don't know which way my legs. There you go.
I had an Irma accident, so I can't really turn my head that way. So we had to switch. So.
Yeah. So all right. So about that, tell me, where were you born? I hear an accent.
You do?
I do.
Wow. Okay. I never get that. I'm originally born in Rhode Island, and
there it is.
But Rhode Island talks like this. If you were gonna say Jennifer, you'd say Jennifer.
Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some water.
Have some water.
I'll have some water.
Yeah.
Really quick. That's like
with your
Boston.
coffee.
With some coffee.
Yes, It's totally different. People think New England. There's so many facets of accents up there. It's pretty funny. But Rhode Island, I grew up in Rhode Island, and then my parents moved me up to New Hampshire when I was 10. So a majority of my life was in New Hampshire.
And then you lived there until what age before you?
Until I decided to just fly like a bird and travel all over the place. College in between that. Took me about 10 years to finish, but...
The accent's still there. Now let me ask you a question about that. I'm a Northeast boy myself there, so I've worked a lot on removing my Jersey accent. It still comes out. People say when I'm in like a natural state or a comfort level, it might come out during this, and I can hear myself do it. But I did work hard to actually get some of that taken out. Did you happen to do that?
No, I think moving to New Hampshire when I was 10 took the Rhode Island out of me. Thank goodness. But because there's not that much of an accent. But I didn't really work to try to get rid of it. I think I just traveled so much. Right. It's funny when I'm with my friends. Southern, my Kim Fender friend, her accent's really thick, and when I'm within her group of people in Arcadia, they know I'm Northern.
Right.
There is no way to escape it.
I can definitely tell because I did speak with you one time before this on the telephone.
Yeah.
And outside of that, it's just been through text. Yeah. And this is the first time. So when I heard your voice this morning, I was like, yeah, there's an accent there. It's actually still there. Family.
Children. Yes, I have my husband Sean McLaughlin. He just got he's in Charlotte leadership this year. He's the only man with 23 women. God bless them all. I don't know what side, to be honest.
What kind of ratio is that? Wait, 23 women and Sean.
And
no other guy applied, or what?
No, it just happened that way. But it's just funny.
The women are rocking it right now, so it's great.
Yeah, it's really 23. Yeah.
I mean,
he's gonna have his period next month. Just saying.
I was gonna say, what cycle is he gonna end up on, and how is he? I'm gonna say something. This
poor
is
thing. I love you, honey. Sorry.
My wife says that too. I like tease her. I'm like, I'm feeling bloated today.
Yeah.
And she's like, you better not say that.
It's sympathy pain.
She's like,
you're having sympathy pain.
No,
just like pregnancy or anything like that.
My skin. She's like, don't make fun of. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, man, we go through.
You do. It's okay. It's sympathy pains. Yeah. Even when you're pregnant, you sometimes gain more weight than us. I mean, it happens.
It does happen. I have a few of my friends, their wives were pregnant. Next thing I know, I was like, are you having twins? And she's having one kid?
Right. What's happening here?
Doritos and Oreos.
Yeah.
All right, so married to Sean, kids, children?
2 amazing kids. I have a daughter, Loli. She's 10. She's in 5th grade at Deep Creek. And then I have a son who is going to be 4 in October. And he's awesome.
sports?
Loli's more the artistic side. We tried everything. We tried every sport imaginable, dance, you name it, and just no interest.
Yeah.
She's an intellect. She's very creative, smart, artistic. So she kind of tends to go towards the instruments and things like that.
That's this crew here.
Yeah.
We're all very on the creative side.
She puts me in timeout. She's more mature than I am. I'm pretty sure. I'm not kidding.
Son? Well, he's going to be 4, so he hasn't really.
Oh no, he has more personality than I think all of us combined.
He's showing it already. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, at 2, he'd be in the grocery store. Hi, hey, hi. Like, he's very social. Yeah. I don't know where he.
My parents My parents told me that too. When we used to go out to eat when I was like 3 or 4, I used to stand up on the table. The chair, and I used to turn around and tap the people on the back. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, like, come on.
And my dad was like, okay, this is starting something early on.
Yeah, so that's my family. We moved here almost 10 years ago. So we've been here for a while. My grandpa is actually in Inglewood, so that's really nice.
So my parents live. They live over there in Inglewood.
Yep. So I actually have been vacationing here since I was 16 because they moved here so long ago. Mm-hmm. So we've always come here during spring break or whatever just to go to Inglewood Beach and rock it out.
Yeah.
Buy beer legally at that convenience store.
The Circle K?
Yeah.
Across the street.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Awesome.
You walk in, it's like, yeah, I'm 12. He's like,
yeah.
oh, the beer's in the back freezer.
I looked like I was 8. So, I mean,
that.
It was a very loose store.
Circle K at Englewood Beach. We're not saying that they still do this, but back then,
just saying.
Because I am a Lemon Bay High grad.
Oh, okay.
I graduated there.
Nice.
I moved down here. I was in my 11th grade, so I went there 11th and 12th grade.
Nice.
So I graduated. I think it was a class of 96.
So you know all about the Circle K.
I spent a lot of hours at the Circle K.
I'm sure you did.
Yes. Don't go to the Circle K and say we said anything, but
do not. That was a long time ago. I'm sure it was different owners.
It is. We're going to get into something that's I know that's near and dear to your heart, and we talked pre-show briefly about it. I guess that's a symbolization of it.
Yes.
So the red lipstick foundation, right? So I want to get into that, just a little bit about your role in it, what inspired you to do it, things that have, because I researched some on it, and I know it's a national group. So I want you to kind of get into a couple of that, but not right now.
Okay.
We're going to be breaking for commercial.
Okay.
We come back for commercial. 30 seconds later, we're going to get into that.
All right.
So
sounds good.
Stay with us here in Chatter, Southwest Florida, breaking to commercial. Be back in 30 seconds. Okay, so
you want to run a successful company? That starts by being a successful employer, and it's more than just having workman's comp coverage. You're a risk manager, a claims specialist, and even loss control. A lot of jobs that keep you from growing your business. Integrity Employee Leasing handles all that and more. Payroll, workers' comp, human resources and benefits administration. They take the challenge out of having employees, which gives you the time to grow.
All right, back here in Chatter, Southwest Florida. Let's dig into the Red Lipstick Foundation.
Let's do it.
Tell me, first thing I'm curious, because again, I was saying I did research a little bit about it. Mm-hmm. What inspired you to be part of it?
Well, it was really just kind of a life-changing experience. My good friend, Jesse Sefferling, was diagnosed with breast cancer and stage 3, 2 young twin girls. And it's interesting. I feel like, God puts people in your lives and you kind of cross paths similar to this. Right. And you might not meet right away, or your intentions to get together or bring the kids to the park together or things like that just don't pan out. Yeah. When she put on social media that she was diagnosed and kind of, was very public about her story actually throughout her whole journey, I just reached out to her and I was very sincere and told her that I just want to do, whatever I can for her and her family, and it just kind of, our friendship took off from there, and I really just kind of became part of their journey. That part of it, I was the dog walker, but it was like the simple things. Todd really needed to be mom at that time, and the girls needed to just be kids, and Jessie needed to fight. And so, I think all of her friends kind of embraced that family and just kind of took whatever role it was just to make it as easy for them as possible. And then just while she was going through this, I remember having lunch with her, and she was so passionate about, she did Beachbody, and she was into fitness and making people healthy. I didn't realize that the lunch was actually her trying to tell me I needed to get healthy, not me being there to support her. She's telling me, like, listen, girl, you need to get to the gym. Like, skinny fat can only take you so far.
Right.
It was really funny. I walked away from that thinking, gosh, this woman is so passionate, so inspiring. And she did tell me about the story. Every time she went to chemo, she put on red lipstick. So it kind of stuck with me. And all my good ideas come in the shower in the morning, just so you know. But they do. They just
mine does too.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because it's like a conscious state or like a subconscious state.
Something.
Mine does too.
It's amazing.
I'm washing my hair and it's like, oh, this is a good idea. And I text immediately after the shower.
Yes. Sometimes in the shower. I get so excited about it. But so that's what happened. I just said the red lipstick foundation. It came to my head and I said, we need to do something. One of her biggest gripes was there were no outlets or support for a mother battling cancer. You have a lot of support for, children going through cancer and older adults. There's, organizations and support groups, but, she's a go-getter and she looked far and near and couldn't find anything. So it was apparent that there was a void and there was something missing, and we had to be that piece.
Sure.
So of course I called her and I said, this is what we're doing. Once you get better, we're going to start the Red Lipstick Foundation. We're going to create an environment for people to be going through cancer, raising children, a platform and a culture for people to come to via social media to express what they're going through and have legitimate other mothers to say, I understand and genuinely understand. And amongst other things, we had so many big ideas. And they're still here.
I kind of watched the progression of it, and I even watched some of her videos that were out there that she did from, I don't know if she was in beds or whatever it was, but you can see, some of the stuff, and it's still, well, I call it legs, like it's still running.
Oh,
it still has
running.
Strength behind it, and some of the videos are still
really
going with it, and with Todd, because I never met her. Todd I had met, of course, but I never met her, and I know that the big thing that kind of drew me in was when we jumped on the project with the Turtle Club, putting that mural up there, the turtle with Chris Evans, and he called me. I remember that and was like, hey, what can we do? And Rachel jumped on board, who works for him, and a few others, and then you just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
And it's up on the wall, so if you happen to go by, it's Marion Avenue, right down the road over here on the side of the Turtle Club. And there's like a mural and there's a plaque up there for her.
Yeah, it was a Name the Turtle contest. So the turtle's name's Jessie.
Name the Turtle contest. Right. It was right, and it never was really. And I remember that was where Chris wanted me to
you and I needed to get together.
And it never was really going to be that. And then all of a sudden it was just, whatever got the most momentum through, and that just started evolving. And it was like, this is going to be the name of it. Yeah. But there was a legitimate contest, so if there was someone else that beat it, it would have beat it for the name. But then it just evolved to, and it's so cool because that's there for her. That's a part of her being.
And Todd can see actually down his
being on Marion Avenue. When her kids are going to get older, they're going to be able to go and just touch. Just
it's a blessing.
It's dedicated to her, and it's pretty cool. But I got to tell you, Todd, my heart it's still I get emotional about that. I could not imagine. He's my age, give or take. I don't know how old you are, Todd, but
29.
29. And I can see, through his life, he's trying to move on to an extent, but always remembering and cherishing. It's tough, but
for sure.
I couldn't imagine losing my best friend at this moment, or watching her suffer through.
Right.
Just
it was probably one of the most impressive things actually to see.
I've never
both
asked
parents
them,
actually, both of them, even after Jessie passing, to see her, just still have humor. They always had life and laughter in their home, and they made sure even in the darkest times that they still had that. And
can I ask you a question? I don't know
sure.
if you want to say it or not. I'm sure you distinctively remember this. Tell me a little bit about the last time you saw her.
The last time I saw her was probably, the last thing I like to remember is when I told her that the foundation came to fruition. And it was when she was told that it metastasized, and at that point she still was able to talk towards the end, she wasn't able to communicate verbally, and just because it went to the brain, so she wasn't able to do those things. She had moments, believe me, and I knew what she was saying. She was able to write, but just towards the end, she wasn't able to do too much. So it was really hard, I think, on everybody, because you see somebody who's so strong and just, I don't want to take that away from her just because she's physically gone from this place. I'm telling you, she taps on my shoulder all the time, whether it's through a song or through a moment, and she just she's remarkable. But it was at that time that I do like to remember her just grabbing my hand, and she's like, make sure this is a legacy for my kids.
Yeah.
So that was pretty profound. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot on your plate. But
she has it. She definitely has it. The social, I could see that's still going. And I know, and we talked before the show, there's going to be more coming with this. So we'll talk more about that. Sure. Anything we can do as a business to help out, just count on us to help out with some stuff. But when you're ready to kind of ramp that back up and going, just calling us. And
it's interesting that today is today. Today we had the celebration of life at the Turtle Club. Today, almost 3 years ago, maybe it's 3. Gosh.
Yes,
time flies.
It actually crazy. It actually is to like the day. It's so ironic because our show was canceled. We canceled, and then you were supposed to come in tomorrow, and then we had bookings, and I was like, well, we're filming, and he didn't know, right? So it was kind of ironic. I was like, well, see if we can. If Jen was willing to come in, and you were willing to come in today, that's right, it is.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
So it is. That's right. It's like the day. It's 2 years. It'll be 2 years. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And interestingly enough, it was also the first day that the foundation got a call about a mother with 2 twin girls, stage 3 breast cancer. Same exact. I mean, it just
same day. Boom, boom. Wow.
It's still my arm hairs are still standing up.
I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Yep, Alex Kreft came to us, and she was the first mom that the foundation helped throughout treatment. She now is cancer-free. She's gone through reconstructive, and she's back to just being a mom. And she's a really big part of the foundation, being that that person who other moms can talk to because she's gone through it. I can say, "Oh, I understand," or but
that's
I
what
don't.
I'm saying. I can't even imagine. I can put myself in the shoes. I don't want to put myself in the shoes of having cancer and having. That's one of my biggest fears. I had my grandfather passed of that, and Chris and I were talking. Just several people. I couldn't imagine on the other side, like Todd, of having to watch that. As I said before, I just can't either way. I don't want to, but it's reality. It's life, and.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta listen. Let's turn this on to something. No, just kidding. I mean, you just gotta have faith, and I know Jesse was a very faith-driven person, and I do believe that this isn't our final place, and I think we go on, and God is good, and there's a reason that we go through these journeys. There's a reason that Jesse passed at such a young age. I say God picks the prettiest flowers.
Don't they do that though?
They do.
It's so ironic. They're mature beyond their years.
Yes.
I even tell myself I don't want to get any smarter because I'm
I'm
tapping out.
Picked off.
I'm tapping out. I have to. No, just be dumb again. Be dumb and young. Because
just make tons of mistakes. Don't do anything impactful.
But it seems like God starts to prep them. Whatever belief you have, of course, but starts to prep people to do shows, do things, to get stuff out, to teach, the wisdom, to share, to make smiles happen. Because there's something greater. It is bizarre.
So true.
But the ones that pass young, there's something about them.
Yes.
Hindsight, you're like, they were so mature beyond their
years.
So impactful. There's things that they really did that was unique.
Right.
That leads to one of the questions that I was going to ask you. Going through here, what was one of the most significant accomplishments of your life? Now, I'm sure there's been many, but this sounds like one of them. So I didn't know if this was one of them. But was there something else you want to talk? A significant accomplishment. Could be a scratch off. You won that $5 scratch off. You're like, yeah.
I was trying to think of something funny, but I couldn't. I really, I think being a parent is one of the toughest jobs you'll ever have in your life. And I mean, there's a lot of humor in it. There's a lot of humility. And
how old's your daughter?
10.
Okay. So your husband's got about 4 more years, and then he's not going to see his wallet again.
No.
Okay.
No.
His name's Sean.
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 Yeah.
So if you watch this, your wallet, hide it
Yeah.
when she turns 14.
Yeah,
That's
get
the
the
age.
guns out.
That's the age where it's University Town Center Mall for 3
Yeah.
hours. American
Yeah.
Eagle.
American
I got the perfect seat right outside of American Eagle. There's just these little chairs. You sit right there. You hand
You
her the
guys
credit.
will have to talk before here.
You hand
You
her the
guys will-
credit
yeah,
card.
yeah, just go, honey.
Just
Go.
in and out, right?
But she was in 2nd grade, and it was the end of the school year, and they do these journals. And I'm looking through the journals, and it was something like list 5 things I'm good at, and one of them was music, art, and then she said charity, like giving and being charitable. And I think if anything, we have to lead by example. I mean, sometimes I'm not the best example. Mom
But
goes
she-
off the. We've
I'm
all
sure she
been there,
sees.
but
They still see. Intuitive.
having her just really get it, like really understand that, like, we are not here to take, we're here to give, and we're here to
So glad you
help
said that.
others.
So, I mean, what like a rewarding feeling that is. As I'm getting older in life,
Yeah.
there is nothing better than to give
Yeah.
and to see them smile, even if it's just a moment of time. Like there's, like
Yeah.
I years back, I was selfish. No,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting mine. It was
Right.
all
Yeah.
selfishness, but it just,
Then you grow.
but it changed. It just once it changes. It changes for good. Now you have to have a little bit of selfish. You know what I mean? There's always a
course,
little
of
bit. I don't
course.
think there's an unselfish act.
Right.
In life, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you have to protect yourself too. There are people that take advantage of you
Oh,
because
yes.
you are
Yep.
so open, and that happens.
When
but
you start
I think
to give, people try to really
and
jump on.
I have a group of girlfriends. I was having breakfast with my girl Ashley the other day, and she's like, "You need to stop. Like, you're just. I mean, you're
Yeah.
too nice." And I'm like, "How can anybody be too nice?"
Yeah.
But I guess it's better than being too big of an asshole.
You can say asshole on this show.
Oh,
because
good. I just
this
did.
isn't cable.
Yeah.
Post cable.
Awesome.
We're cutting the
Awesome.
cords. All right, so we hit that question. I'm gonna get you with another question. Let's
Okay.
kind of go Zen.
Let's do it.
What is your spirit animal?
Oh, my spirit animal. Gosh.
Someone said out here, Christian. He said his is rooster.
A rooster?
What?
What?
I have no. That's exactly what we said. We said, "Why do you?" want to-" And he said, he just laughed. So Christian is a.
Oh, he's
Christian's a.
changing his mind.
Christian's,
squirrel.
I can
Oh.
see him being a squirrel. I don't know what mine. I've never thought about mine.
No.
I want to say mine's now a tortoise because I'm macro
tortoise?
game now. I'm looking
Really?
like these shows and everything.
Yeah.
I don't get, no one's paying. You don't pay to sit here.
Right,
There's no payment.
right.
There's some clients that want to be sponsors, but they've been clients of ours for going on a couple of years
Right.
now. So it's
Right.
not like we're getting paid for this, but I'm in a macro game.
Right.
So I'm a tortoise right now.
You're a tortoise.
That works?
Yeah. That makes
All right.
sense.
I'm very
Kind of.
hyper tortoise.
Yeah.
But what
Gosh.
is your spirit animal? If you were to pick one spirit animal.
Let's see. Is there a Facebook quiz I can take right now that will tell me?
That's what I made one of those little.
Like, is there a quiz in Thomas Day? Gosh, that's interesting. Maybe I'm just like a dog because I'm just loyal. I'm nice.
Just a dog.
Like,
Just a
I just
dog.
want to be there for people.
The toilets aren't running. The hurricanes
You
don't
know,
bother. You just go
but
outside.
I mean, there's different breeds. You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
I could be
All
like
right,
a
so-
fast-paced like
Like a-
show dog, or I don't know. I could be a
fast-paced
lazy
show dog. That doesn't work. A fast-paced show dog.
I
Like
was
what?
thinking about
Just
a greyhound, like fast-paced, and then I was
Oh,
thinking
okay,
show
all
dog.
right. I
So
think that-
fast-paced, show dog, like
So is-
Gustin show. Maybe like just a mutt who likes to lounge around. Sometimes I like to like get a little crazy and watch Bravo. Like
couple
what?
bottles of wine.
Yeah,
like
kids
a
are
dog.
in bed. Sean's gone. I'm totally just gonna sneak and watch some Housewives.
There you go. There you
I know
go.
it's just a guilty pleasure. It's fine.
Yeah, well,
Nobody's judging here.
That's all my mom watches. She comes over and she's like, "Oh, did you see the Housewives of
bad.
Atlanta? Housewives of New York?" I'm like, "We're gonna start a Housewives of Punta Gorda."
We really do. I mean, I think it's pretty much already happened. I'm almost positive.
We'll get the team on this. We'll start
Yeah.
filming. All right, so your spirit animal is a mix between a mutt, a greyhound, a show dog, and
how about-
a
yeah.
bottle of wine. So
Yeah.
we'll incorporate all that together.
I mean, if I'm a female dog, I'm a.
There you go. There you go. Starts with a yes.
But I'm really not.
All right.
Gosh. Whew, next question.
We are at almost 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So
that
we're gonna
was fast.
end the show. Unfortunately,
Okay,
we're gonna end the
that's
show. But I
fine.
think I'm gonna have to have you on.
Okay.
Again. You're gonna have to
yeah,
come back.
It's fine.
So-
I would love to.
But I'm gonna ask you 4 words. Don't look over here.
I'm not.
First thing that comes to mind. We have all kind of questions that we ask guests to end the
Okay.
show. We say, when was the last thing that you spent $100 on?
Okay.
What was the
I
most?
feel like I'm on Family Feud.
What was the
I've
most
always wanted to be on
ridiculous amount of?
Family Feud.
So,
All right.
I'm going to ask you this first word. First thing that comes to mind when I say this, and you
Yes.
got to say it loud.
Okay.
Okay, ready? First word is butter.
Everything.
So you.
I
so
want
you
it
love-
on everything.
So you love eating butter?
Who doesn't?
Oh, my dad used to do that. He used to
Listen.
give me rye toast in the morning and
Yeah.
just put butter
Okay.
all over.
Whoever doesn't like butter,
that
they're
thing.
weird.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Eagles.
FGCU.
FGCU. My wife's a
Yeah.
grad from there.
Yeah.
Florida Gulf Coast
Yeah.
University, for those that don't
Woo!
know. Florida Gulf Coast U, down there. They're really good,
Yeah.
really good
I
school.
went there too, so.
Okay,
yeah.
ready?
Okay.
Modern.
Family. I just love the show.
Oh, someone says iPhone 8. Modern Family. Is that a cartoon?
No.
No, I've never seen it.
You're off the show. You're off the show.
I've never seen it.
Well,
Modern Family.
You need to binge watch it this weekend.
Netflix.
It's
New
on.
episode on tonight.
Yes.
Is it a
Thank
Netflix
you guys.
original?
Thank you for your
We got you.
support.
So
Thank
it's
you.
one of the mainstreams. Okay,
Yeah.
because I don't have cable. I haven't had cable for a long time, but I can watch it on Netflix.
Right.
You could probably tell me
Yeah.
where. Okay.
Go.
All right. Last one.
That's it?
Last
Okay.
one. One more. Ready? Love.
Family.
There you go.
And Jesus.
There you go. There you
Yep.
go. All right, Jen. Well, thank you so much for joining us on
Thanks.
Chatter.
Thank
Always
you.
do this.
It was awesome.
I'm gonna have you back on.
Okay.
So count on it. We'll
Okay.
schedule. We'll figure it
You
out.
can have your seat back.
This is the Jenn Collins. You can see
Hi.
why the community loves her so much. She helps out so much. We didn't even talk about what
Thanks.
you do for a living. We said, we'll
It's
do that.
fine.
We'll do that next
It's fine.
time around. So her employer, just don't fire her. She's
Yeah.
headed over. She's,
Yeah.
she's coming. But thank you so much for joining us here on Chatter Southwest Florida. We have another show coming up next, and the edited version for this show will be probably on our website in a couple of hours at www.chattertv.online. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.